right, hello. Welcome ye all to Aiden and Cooper's Movie Castle. My name is Aiden.
I'm Cooper.
And today we're going to be talking about Robert Rodriguez's films. Okay, I have something to tell you, and I don't have an answer.
Okay.
I don't remember why, I was looking at the cast list for, like, Machete Kills and Machete. You know these films?
Yes.
Have you seen them?
I have not. Have you?
No, I haven't. I think I'd be interested in Machete. I think Machete Kills is kind of regarded as just, like, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking at... So I lied to you. I was looking at Spy Kids 4 All the Time in the World's cast list, as I am one to do.
Joel McHale's in that movie.
Joel McHale's in that movie, because I was looking at Jessica Alba is in that movie as the mom. I've forgotten about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about her.
Yeah.
And so I was looking through it, and Danny Trejo is in it as Uncle Machete.
That is true. Yeah.
You know about this.
I know he's in the movie.
But he's called Uncle Machete
I don't know
in
his
Spy
name.
Kids 4.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I've seen that movie once. And it's forever ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I saw him on the cast list. Uncle Machete, as played by Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
And he plays Machete.
Yeah.
That's a hard R exploitation franchise.
Well,
is he uncle to the Spy Kids kids?
I think
canonically?
I think I have actually heard this antidote before. Well, he's buddies with Tarantino, and all of his movies connect in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So I wonder if he's like, I can do that too.
But it's bizarre because Tarantino's movies are Tarantino movies.
They are Tarantino
Robert
movies.
Rodriguez has Sin City over here and Shark Boy and Lava Girl over there.
I say more power to him.
I say so too, but I'm just like...
This is what James Gunn's DC is going to look like, though.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're going to have the super pets alongside the clay faces of the world.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because Peacemaker, already, you have Peacemaker to Superman, and Peacemaker's about, like, white supremacists and shit like that.
It is. That first season is. Have you seen the trailer for the new season?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably like it. I really liked that first season.
Yeah, I just binged it this week.
Oh, yeah?
I
We
did.
can talk about that.
Well, yeah.
Did you like it?
I did like it, yeah.
I like it a lot. I think it's a really naughty show. Like, it's got a lot in it. And I think Daniel Brooks is amazing in it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that
his wife is good in it.
I didn't know that was his wife until like after the show.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you've seen this, but on DC's YouTube channel they're doing I think they're doing 2 episodes a week up until like
the watch-alongs.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, so I think they've only done the first episode, but that's interesting to hear, and watch.
It's such a smart way of press as well, because
is.
he's saying like what's canon and what's not canon,
Yeah.
but in a fun, like, sweary, fun recap way. So it's not only getting people to rewatch Peacemaker or to watch Peacemaker, but it's also saying all the complicated things about what is and isn't canon, and then it's also leading into the second season. Like, it's just so smart.
Yeah.
It's just a really smart piece of marketing.
It is.
But today we're here to talk about 2 films.
Actually, I realized that this is our Pedro Pascal episode.
Oh, right, because we have to talk materialists.
Yes, so
Fuck.
we're hitting 3 Pedro movies today.
And I think all 3 of them are kind of contentious in some way. Well, one of them isn't contentious, and I'm just taking crazy pills. What do we want to talk about first? We're talking about the Fantastic Four, the first steps, and we'll probably talk about all the Fantastic Four movies because we can't be stopped.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Eddington, and we're going to talk about the materialists.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit on materialists. Probably not a huge section on that since that movie's kind of old.
It's kind of old. It's just a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So short but sweet. What do you want to start with,
Before we get
buddy?
to that, I have some
the
movie
games.
years, some movie years for you. What year did Rosemary's Baby come out?
Okay, should I just go by my, immediately, I'm going to shoot off 73?
No. You get one more guess. It's in the 60s.
Oh, of course it is. And then on 67?
Close, 68.
Okay.
All right.
That's a failure of mine. Okay, you go another one. I'll get
All
one
right,
for
so
you.
I think this movie has been in your top 4 before, but I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting.
It's actually a short film. What year did Meshes of the Afternoon come out?
Is that 54?
No.
Is it 60s?
No, it's in the 40s.
40s.
1943.
Jesus, Christmas. Yeah, I did love that movie. I have to rewatch that.
Yes. And then my last one for today is what year did Adam West's Batman come out?
Oh, that's 68?
Lower.
67?
No, 66.
Of course, yeah. Okay, I've heard that so often. The 66 Batman. This is really embarrassing for me. This is what I got to do something for you. What do we? Can you give me an Interview with a Vampire?
1994.
Good job. Okay, all right. I need to prep for this because this is terrible. How about Greener Grass?
Greener Grass. That's 2019.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Good work. Okay, all right. I'm scrolling on my diary hard, and then I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
All right. Okay, what is it? Oh, well, that doesn't count. All right. Project X.
2012.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, one more.
Okay.
How about Rabid, the Cronenberg film?
Oh.
That's a harder one.
Oh. Rabid is 77.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, good work, buddy.
Yeah.
High five me for that one. That was an impeccable round. Okay. Should we talk Fan Four Stick first?
Yeah, let's talk Fan Four Stick. This is the big movie of the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me about your relationship to the Fan Four Stick and the Fan Four Stick films.
Well, I'll start with my relationship to the characters as a comic head. I don't care for them. I never have.
Oh, really? Not even the comics?
Yeah. I remember first episode we did, I said that I was more excited for Thunderbolts than this, and you said why, and I said I just don't care about these characters. I don't find them that interesting. Still don't really. I don't know. I've tried reading their comics. Obviously the movies have never been like good.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help either. But I don't know what it is about them.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather look at the other big three Marvel teams instead.
Because what I've been told from both IRL friends and my beautiful podcast friends is that they have a very emotional connection to these characters, and it's always this kind of feeling of they're not getting it right. It's not quite that simple, but it's also simple. Like it
is, yeah.
It's a deceptively complex little thing.
Yeah.
And so people are just really frustrated by it and feel like if you could get it, it would be like unlocking something.
It would be. And it's kind of similar with Superman to some extent, too.
Yeah. These are two very linked movies.
I think it also doesn't help that our generation lives in a time where we have The Incredibles, because that is just like what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And then I think the movies, I grew up with them. I'm a child of the 2000s, so they were... I have them on DVD in that room right there.
I mean, they're perfect DVD movies. They feel like DVD.
Yeah. I was talking to my sister about this recently, though, and I think the first movies I saw in theaters that I can remember are either Spider-Man 3 or Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Badass, dude.
Off the top of
That's
my head.
who you
I know that's not the first movie I saw in theaters, but that I can remember. Yeah, it's those two. I was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, and then the Josh Trank one, whatever. Yeah.
And like mine was like Cars or Ratatouille, like the Pixar. Like I don't know. Like this seems like it formative. I don't know. I have never seen any of these movies until last year, where I watched the Silver Surfer one because I wanted to watch one of each of the Fox franchises before I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, one of our favorite films.
Yes. And
I chose Silver Surfer because I've heard people say it's better, and I thought it was like vapid and awful and like pretty sexist and weird.
That is the only one I didn't watch leading up to this. I haven't seen the Roger Corman one.
Me neither. I thought about it.
I
think I probably find it charming.
I don't even really consider that to be a part of like Marvel canon at all.
Right.
So
because it didn't come out really.
Yeah. So I've never really considered that movie much of anything.
Mm-hmm. But I've heard some people stick up for it. Some people really like how it treats the characters and particularly the score. I've heard people really love. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So then I rewatched Fantastic Four from 2005.
Yes, 2005.
And Fan Four Stick from 2015. It's interesting that we've had every decade.
It is, yeah.
On the nugget.
And it's like the 1994. I mean, that's close.
It's close.
It's close, yeah. That is
because, I mean, it makes sense for the first three because the first three are all rights issues.
Yeah.
Not the first three. The skip Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And that's kind of was made part of why these characters have worked so much because they're always a scramble. Because the first Fantastic Four was there's so many different pitches on it, and and one in particular, the famous one is what's his name? The guy that did Ant-Man, Peyton Reed.
Yeah.
Peyton Reed after She's the Man, not She's the Man.
Bring It On.
Bring It On.
Yeah.
Sorry. And he was a big studio boy at the time, but then his movie that people thought was going to be a big hit bombed, and then they took it away from him. But he like has stood by it, that he knew what to do with that. Like he had the juice. He loved those characters, and he was very sad, like to this day, that he's never got to make it. And then they just kind of gave it to Tim Story because he was around, and he just made Taxi, which tested really well. And then and they're just able to get the ball rolling within like months because they needed to do it or else they were going to lose the rights. And that happened again with Josh Trank's 2015 one. And then I don't think that's the case for the Marvel was, surely not, because they own Fox now.
They do own Fox now.
It's just interesting that it's lined up every decade.
Yeah, this movie was kind of they got the rights to this, I think, in 2019. Same with X-Men. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of in development hell for a while. They couldn't find anybody to write it or direct it. And John Watts was attached to it for a while.
That was who it was, yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if the movie would be better with John Watts, but I've always felt that the tone of his Spider-Man movies works really well. Would have worked really well for Fantastic Four.
I'll tell you what, this tone for this one didn't work for me
at
all.
I know it didn't. So I don't know. That is an interesting sort of what-if question of if he had gone on to do Fantastic Four after Spider-Man. Make of his movies what you will. But
what do you think about Fantastic Four 05?
We talked about this a little bit in our last episode, but I liked it more. I don't know. I feel like I've been really mean to that movie over the years, but I enjoyed the first half a lot. There's kind of a body horror section of it that I fuck with a lot. And same thing with 2015 one.
Yes.
And this new one's kind of missing that.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a bummer for me. But really, the body horror stuff really only works when they're discovering their powers. So.
And it's also kind of a departure from the tone of the Fantastic Four anyways.
Yes, it is.
And so that's the thing that I've discovered with... So Trank, the Trank movie, I'm sure you can see coming, is like my little pet right now. It's by far the most interesting of the movies to me. And I think that you could teach a class on it. Specifically because it's so easy to see when they have the reshoots because of the wig and just the vibes and everything. It's so obvious that and because it starts off with something so like, I'm gonna make Chronicle again and have it be full body horror kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like actually scary, actually like dark or twisted or whatever the fuck. To have the lightness in there and seeing them like desperately trying to like steer the ship. Like at the last minute is really interesting. I think Trank's cut of the Fan Four Stick movie is one of my white whales. I think now.
Yeah.
I think I would love to see what he could do with it because if it is just like what I liked about that movie is that they're dorks. Like they're actively dorks, and I don't think it's just bad dialogue when it is Trank scenes. I think they are portraying these guys as like socially inept dorks.
That was kind of something I noticed as well. I don't think I had seen this. I don't think I saw this movie in theaters, but I definitely saw it when it hit either DVD or streaming in 2015. The dialogue is stiff and it is weird, but Reed Richards is stiff and he is weird despite his powers. So
hey, and I think it worked with Sue Storm too. Like her kind of weird matched with his kind of weird. So like the scenes where they're flirting or just the stuff at the beginning. I actually really like the stuff at the beginning. Like, if he got to make his movie, it would still be corny.
Yeah.
Because you're doing this dark and gritty thing, and the part I laughed the most at is it's clobbering time.
I was just going to ask
one of the fucking funniest things I've ever seen in my life, because I hadn't heard about it.
I hadn't either.
Because I've heard so much about this movie over the years. It's this notorious thing. And there seems like someone should have told me that young Ben Grimm goes home, and then... Before he gets physically assaulted by his brother, he says, it's clobbering time.
It's wild. Yeah.
It's really funny. I mean, I think in every single one of these movies, Rockman has worked the best for me.
Me too. Well, except for this latest one. Well, I don't know.
I thought he had the most juice in the latest one. Him and Joseph Quinn, I kind of mess with both of them.
Oh, really?
A little bit. I mean, Joseph Quinn is a stranger character in that movie, but Eben Moss Backrack or whatever, I don't know. I like his like how soft he is in that movie.
Yeah, no, I think what I mean by that is he to me out of the four of them in the newest one feels like he has the least to do. Yeah. And I think that's what I mean by that, but I actually think he's like the best casted out of all of them. So,
all right. Do you want to talk about Fantastic Four first steps?
We can get into the new one.
Okay, I want to say something before we go into it.
All right.
Because I said to you, and I've said on this podcast multiple times, and every single time I seem to see it as a revelation or whatever, and you're like, you've said this 5 times. Like, I'm really not expecting to like this movie, you know?
Yeah.
So if you look at me and say, he didn't like this movie coming out of it, maybe he wanted to not like this movie, be a special little snowflake, you know?
Yeah.
But I genuinely felt like stupid
Mm-hmm.
when I watched the first 20 minutes of this, because I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? This rocks.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think the dynamic they have with it, and the kind of old time, like the pastiche of it all,
Yeah.
I think really works in the first 20 minutes, and it looks amazing.
It does. It looks great.
And I love the little set design things they do. I love when they, like, you could hear me giggle, like when they do something cute, like when they put little Herbie's little cassette in or whatever and pushed it. Just little design choices and really cute characterizations, and everyone was happy. And it's the same thing with Superman, where like everyone kind of loves him in a way that I really liked in Superman, and I like in this one too, in the first 20 minutes. And then it just like drastically changes tones, and I think visual style as well.
I agree with you. I think I'm higher on this movie than you are, but I do think it's just kind of mediocre for me. Like, it didn't piss me off or anything. And as a fan, I mean, I didn't say I like these characters that much, but as somebody who understands the source material a little bit, there are things that I appreciate about it. But I agree with you completely. I think the first 30 minutes work for me.
So where do you cut it off?
The moment this is, we're gonna go into spoilers here. You know how we feel about it.
Yeah.
All right. The moment that Galactus beams her stomach when they go to...
Oh, the Silver Surfer?
No.
Oh, I see. Galactus does the scan.
Yes, when he scans them and he hits her in the stomach.
And he's like, oh,
and after that, I'm kind of like, I don't know what it is about the movie. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit.
I think it is as simple as it takes itself way too seriously, and it thinks it's smart, because the movie has to be either substantially more fun or not stupid.
Yeah.
And it's serious and stupid. Like, at no point in this movie did it feel like they were scientists at all, or that the decisions that were being made to advance the story and the plot made any sort of sense. And I think there are many examples in media where you can, I just have watched Arrival, and I've listened to Project Hail Mary, and I've also, Interstellar's always on because of my friends.
Yeah.
All those movies do stupid science well. They make it accessible and make you feel like you're in on the discovery, right? And especially Project Hail Mary is all about the entire world coming together to try and save the world from something. What if we had all the resources of the world together? Mm-hmm. And all of those movies, they feel like there's this procedural nature to it, so you feel like you're in with them. And this movie never feels like that. They say some fucking gobbledygook, or they say like the most baseline shit or whatever, and then just whatever happens.
Yeah.
I thought that was so strange, and it just felt like inert to me, the structure of the movie. And I thought that specifically Sue Storm and Reed Richards are like nothing. Mm-hmm. I really don't know what went wrong there. Yeah. Why are they nothing? They're nothing.
The movie's just not that fun. Like, I don't know. They're not having fun with the characters, you know? And it again goes to it being, I think, just too serious, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I mean, the Trank one isn't really having fun with it. But that movie's
Until it's forcing it to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But that movie has a vision.
Yeah, it does.
Even if you don't like it, it's got something that's going. It's got a miserable attitude that it's going for.
It does, because Ben Grimm gets punched by his brother and he says clobber in time. Do you think he should have teabagged him?
Yeah, I think he should have. I think that would have been great.
I think that there is a 2.5-hour version of this movie that was originally made. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I don't know if it was made, but because I feel like you can feel things being cut. Well, I specifically think of the Natasha Lyonne character.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't understand why she's in the movie. I understand that maybe it's to humanize Ben Grimm a little bit and give him a little more.
Right, they do that in the other ones too.
They do. And it's just not really anything. It's 2 scenes and it's not expanded upon. It really means nothing to the larger movie, and you could get rid of that and it'd be the same fucking movie.
And we can see 3 characters like that in this movie.
Yeah.
One of them that's not in there. One of them is the red whatever the fuck, who's the John Malkovich.
His name's, I think, Red Ghost, and it's John Malkovich, and he's in the trailer for the movie.
Right.
And they cut him completely, and I think about, I don't know, maybe halfway through the movie, I leaned over to you. We saw this together. I leaned over to you, and I asked if he was still in the movie.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's not.
He's not.
He's not.
And then we have Mole Man.
Yes, who is one of...
Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, he was one of the iconic X-Men villains.
X-Men?
Not X-Men. Fuck, Fantastic Four.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then you have Natasha Lyonne. Mm-hmm. All those feel like substantial parts that were cut out of the movie.
They do.
Because why would you get that caliber of actor? And I think here's my biggest problem with this movie.
Yeah.
Is even if it was this so-so jumping off point, that's fine. It's a jumping off point. You're setting up things for the sequel or whatever. You have Mole Man there. Maybe he'll be something in the sequels. We have Natasha Lyonne there. Maybe it's the same thing with any big actor that signs on with the MCU.
Yeah.
You're like, you might be in a small part now, or you might get cut out a lot here, but you're eating well for the next like couple decades because you're going to be plopped back in like any other character.
You got 4 more of these movies you got to do.
Right.
The next decade, yeah.
But this movie, we know that that's not the case. Mm-hmm. We know that the second after this movie happens, like we have 4 years later or whatever, and then Doctor Doom happens, and Doomsday happens, and they have to lead that team. It hurt more knowing that this is all we get of character development, of world building, of any of that stuff before it's thrust into the main Marvel world.
Yeah.
And for that, it felt so lacking. Mm-hmm. And it was just disappointing because I was like, if Fantastic Four fucks, and we like these characters so much, that's a backbone that we can actually hang a movie on for Avengers.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to hang on here.
Yeah.
Like, the characters look nice sometimes, and they're nice actors, but, like, it's a wet blanket syndrome. It's just like why no one liked Captain Marvel and no one liked a lot of these modern characters is that they feel like wet blankets. There's no... They're not casting these guys to give, like, juice to them, it felt like. It just feels like the most tepid movie ever, and it feels like it had 7 screenwriters, which it fucking did, you know? It's so afraid. And so what's amazing to me is that it's working. Mm-hmm. And it's not being, like, called mid or okay. It's being called great by most people. Like, most, like, average Joe. Mm-hmm. On the level of Superman, they're like, finally, Superman and this hand by hand taking on the world with kindness.
Yeah. It does have a 3.6 on Letterboxd, and Superman is still at a 4.0.
That's true.
Yeah. But did you see its box office?
Not recently. How's it looking like? Because I saw
it's
things
like 210 total.
Oh, worldwide?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw like it's anywhere between like 100 to 120 opening weekend.
I think it's at 118. Domestic. 118, I think.
Higher end.
Yeah.
Because what did Superman make? Is it 125, 124?
Yeah, it's in the same ballpark as Superman.
Is it going to have the same kind of legs as Superman?
It might internationally.
Yeah, you're right. Internationally, it'll do better.
And also, this movie doesn't have people being like, it's super woke.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a female Silver Surfer in this movie, but that's not... I don't think people care about that as much.
And the movie isn't treating her like normal. It's the female
she
Silver
also doesn't
Surfer.
have anything to do.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
And she looks like ass.
For most of it, yeah.
I think the pupils were a devastating decision. Mm-hmm. But they want to give her more humanity, I guess. But like, her being this like sentinel is much more interesting than her, like, them trying to humanize her with the eyes, especially because you're not going to do a lot of work otherwise. Yeah. But this female Silver Surfer is different from the regular Silver Surfers because, one, she's sexy, and they call her sexy quite a bit in the movie.
They do.
And two, she's a mommy, and she has mommy stuff on her home planet.
Yeah, and we got MILF Silver Surfer.
MILF Silver Surfer. Mm. What is worse? What is worse? Changing a character's gender and then making it about being sexy and being a mom, or changing a character's gender, and changing nothing about the way they write the character. What do you think about that?
I would need to know what the comic character is like before I can talk about the movie.
Right, because there is this female Silver Surfer in the comics, right?
There is, yes.
And I wonder if it operates considerably different than the regular Silver Surfer. I don't know.
I don't really know. I don't know anything about this character. And I don't really know much about Silver Surfer, period. So.
Which, I don't know. I seem like I would fuck with Silver Surfer. Going around the cosmos, surfing the cosmos and stuff like that. All of the Jack Kirby, psychedelic, that kind of stuff. I really would like to read those, but it's kind of hard to get your hands on. Yeah, I really don't understand her. And people seem to really like that character. So then at that point, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I'm a little stick in the mud, and you're a lesser stick in the mud, but you're still there, right?
Yeah.
You said this is fine.
I think it's fine.
It's whatever.
I'm bummed out about Galactus, actually.
Yes. That seems like such a fucking layup.
Yeah.
Because this movie seemed to do, like, kind of intellectual casting. Mm-hmm. They say Vanessa Kirby. She's not a big star, but she's a great art house lead. You know, she's got the juice.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal is, like, it's Timmy is at number 1, and then Pedro's number 2 of, like, we can use this star to do something like interesting with your franchise.
Yeah, he's hot right now.
He's got some. I mean, it's kind of going away now because people think he's overexposed, but people are like, that is like an art housey kind of a star, kind of. Joseph Quinn's kind of similar. Like, he's been in a lot more stuff like within the last year, but before then, he's it's kind of an interesting pick.
Stranger Things was his boom.
Yeah.
So,
and
that
then
was 3 years ago.
I guess that's not the original. I forgot that he was in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then you got the guy from The Bear.
Yeah.
And then you have what's her name? What's her name? Silver Surfer.
Julia Garner.
Interesting. These are all interesting casting. And then number one, the most letterbox pilled, is Ralph Ineson as Galactus.
To actually tell you, I don't think the Fantastic Four casting is interesting.
You don't think it's interesting?
That's like the number one fan cast online.
Is
Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal.
Vanessa Kirby was?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't see that. I knew Pedro was.
That's because people only base it off how they look and not how they act. So, yeah, those, not the Thing, but the three of them were definitely like.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
In talks for years, not years, but two years maybe.
So they're like appeasing. It's like a John Krasinski kind of.
It's not quite to the level of John Krasinski, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But Ralph Ineson, that's someone that watched Eggers films and was like, it's a layup.
Yeah.
You have that voice, the booming voice. And I just needed them to steal their homework a lot more with that. Because I just assumed that they were going to be like how he is in The Green Knight or The Vivitch or whatever. Nosferatu, where they kind of cut everything but his dialogue and it's just this like elemental force, I'm like, how do you not do that when he's Galactus? How does it not shake the theater when he's talking?
Yeah.
I thought that was so stupid. They made him like anyone could have done that. They're not using his powers. I thought that was so strange.
Yeah, I thought he was a nothing character as well. I didn't really find his motives compelling. And that's such a bummer because that is like one of the 5 Marvel big bads.
Yeah.
Is Galactus, and they've done a pretty good job thus far with their big bads. Loki's good, and Thanos is good. I'm like, how do you fuck this up?
I don't know.
Like that. There's so much.
Hela, they did like
yeah
middle. Like I feel like some people have disappointment with Hela.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call that like one of the big bads though.
Okay.
Like Ultron's definitely
and Ultron's
a bigger
cool.
bad. Ultron, yeah, I don't mind James Spader's Ultron. I don't know.
It's just the movie.
Yeah, well, he's not he's emotionless in the source material.
Gotcha. So him being a sassy bitch.
I sound like a fucking asshole being like everything needs to be like the comics. I actually don't think that. I think it's okay to deviate.
You just gotta be better than the comics at that point.
You do something interesting. It's not be better.
More suited to movies.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know. I don't love. James Spader is good at Ultron, but I don't necessarily love that. Would have
been more interesting if he was.
But he's still better than most Marvel villains. I'll take Ultron any day over fucking the elves from whatever that Thor movie is.
Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
How big is he in the comics, Galactus?
Probably bigger, but you can't really do that in a movie. So.
I don't know, man. I think you gotta.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think that's why he's nothing. Is because he's just a kaiju. We've seen that so many times.
Yeah.
I mean, not like that humanoid of a guy, so it still looks interesting.
I'm pretty sure in the comics he like eats the planets.
Yeah. So I say if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're gonna be like we're bringing it back to the fans or whatever the fuck, go for it, dude. Like they made Ego the Living Planet. They figured it out. They made him crazy. Whatever. Galactus has been this mythical thing for me because I don't know really what he is. I've always heard people bitch about the Cloud and say that he's awesome and he eats planets. It's really hard to picture when you hear that and you haven't read the comics or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like you still don't picture it in this movie. Like if he is going to eat the planet current size, that's gonna be a while. He's gonna be there for a bit.
Yeah.
And if that's part of it, like if they set it as part of it, like the next year is just going to be him systematically eating everything. You can't do shit about it. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
A little Pac-Man going around.
Yeah.
But the way that they sound it is like impending doom now or whatever. He needed to be bigger.
He does.
He needed to take like actual chunks out of Earth.
Yeah. I was really kind of hoping they would use him for an Avengers movie down the line. Because he's kind of an Avengers villain too.
You could bring him back. He's in a hole. He's a black hole.
I mean, a character of that scale, anyone's villain, really. So.
Yeah.
And you see that in the movie. They all band together. They all band together. I love the 1960s stuff. I do want to talk about that.
That was what I heard from Peyton Reed's pitch. Is like Hard Day's Night.
Yeah.
For the Fantastic Four. Like everyone loves them. Everyone's screaming, yeah! They have to run around and stuff like that and do their thing, and that kind of energy. And the first 20 minutes does have that.
It does have that. It's got fun editing.
Can you imagine, though, if that was the whole thing?
That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was so fucking with it. So then, like, if I was expecting not to like it, then I shouldn't be angry. But they tickled me. They tickled me, you know?
Yeah.
And then they took it away. Do you think this movie looks like TV?
No.
Because that was a big complaint by one Sean Fantasy.
I never really thought the trailers looked like TV either, though. And I think that he is basing it off a teaser trailer, which is stupid. I think he really shouldn't base anything off a teaser trailer.
I think it looks flat. I don't think it looks like TV.
I call that jumping the gun.
Oh.
So, eat shit, Sean Fantasy. I don't know what to tell you. You lost the Chicago draft.
Fuck, he did.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
And that was interesting to me when I listened, because when I disagree with things this heavily, usually they're not on my side. And then I booted up that podcast, and they were like pretty exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
It was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
And people have been shitting on him too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, people like the movie. I don't know. What I want to say about the 1960s stuff. I was thinking about how this is the 37th Marvel movie. We've got all the Fox movies, the Sony movies, and no one has ever bothered to like do this. That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I love that though. If you know, they're gonna reboot the MCU apparently in a couple of years. If they went with the 1960s stuff for all these movies, fuck yeah.
That would be really cool.
Go for it. I don't know. It's just wild to me because like that's where they come from is the 1960s Marvel as a whole. I don't know. I love it.
And it just feels like the way to do it. It's just the same thing as Superman. It's you have to embrace the corniness. And that's one of my big things with this movie. That like when I heard it, I was like, that's a death rattle to me. Is they said like, I don't remember who it was, like Vanessa Kirby or whatever was like bringing like a 60s accent to it.
Yeah. Old
timey accent. And they're like, no, don't do that. And I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Why aren't they talking like they're in the 60s? Why isn't every technology like it's in the 60s? Why isn't all retrofuturist? I feel like people just are patting it on the back because it attempted at all.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It doesn't have the balls to commit to it like Superman did with its kind of aesthetics and its worldview and the corniness of it. It's not. Superman never stays away from the stuff that people make fun of it for, and they make people care about it.
Did you want segregated bathrooms or what?
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, no. I want a 60s cartoon version of this. Right. I want the Jetsons. The Jetsons doesn't talk about racism.
It doesn't, you're right.
And that's the thing. Is like this movie also goes after this first 20 minutes when they come back and they drop that press conference and say you're all fucked, dorks. Everyone hates the Fantastic Four for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. And
so that fun is gone, and also that's too realistic. If you're on this G. Willikers train, they shouldn't care. They should if you're gonna say that everyone is banding together to build these stupid fucking devices everywhere to transport the Earth, which is crazy. Like I don't know how that's like that is our second option.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone accepts that as a second option. And he's like, it's no, the only difference is scale or whatever. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. There's so many variables that which we see when the fucking Silver Surfer just goes, and then chooses the main one to be the last one. That's very nice of her. Commit to it. Commit to the bit, or you're a coward. And so everyone needed to be super happy the whole time. Everything needed to look blue and white the whole time. Everything needed to be Jetsons-y. Or else, why are you doing it? It felt no different than the other worlds at a certain point. It's so stupid. That's been a big problem with the multiverse up to this point. Is why aren't we in Multiverse of Madness going to fucking every dimension, whack ass dimensions? Why can't we be like everything everywhere all at once or whatever? Why are they showing you up? Why are you so afraid of having fun? And I know why they're afraid, because people call it corny, and the consistency has been their banner. But they need to look at DC, and they need to be like, they need to be scared.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that because everyone was so positive about this movie that they're not scared anymore. But I think we're going to get some of the most boring Avengers movies we could possibly get.
Can I tell you what, though? I'm feeling good about Brand New Day. I'm feeling good about it.
Why?
Street level. Keeping it street level.
But do we know that for sure?
Yeah. Feige said it. That big interview that he did.
Oh,
like
I guess I didn't see that
level.
part.
John Bernthal's in it.
The last
He's
I
gonna
heard.
fucking shoot Spider-Man. He's gonna fucking shoot Spider-Man.
Yeah?
It's gonna be rad.
That does sound pretty rad. Because last I heard, they were still in the fight.
That's gonna be multiverse. Punisher is a Spider-Man villain.
Nice.
So I don't know. I'm stoked for Brand New Day. I think we're good.
Okay, I didn't hear that part of the interview, so that is nice to know. So that's next year.
I think the Doomsday is fucked though. So
it's crazy, right?
That shit is cracked.
How is it? But all right. Did he get tinglies? The ending, like the
What?
Did he get tinglies in the post-credit scene? Where you like?
Not really.
Yeah. I didn't really eat like there. I could see how in a different context it would do that for me. Like it felt like one of the other banger stingers or whatever. But it's just, it's amazing how little I care about anyone.
Yeah.
In a movie. I mean, I like the Rockman because the Rockman wears big sweaters, and that was awesome.
He has really great fits. I was gonna actually say that to you
Hot
during
rock.
the movie.
Hot rock.
There's a point where they are when they're setting up the trap for Galactus. Mm-hmm. He looks so good.
He's fucking fine.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, look at that fit.
Uh-huh.
Who's his tailor?
Who is it? Yeah, man. I mean, in the first one, he goes to the Big and Tall store or whatever. That was awesome. And then he sees his wife, and the wife's like, fuck no. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The first movie kind of rocks.
It does. I talked about that last week. Yeah. There's a part in this movie where I don't really find the Galactus fight that fun, but there's a point where he starts to stretch He starts to stretch Reed Richards like a rubber band.
Yeah.
And that was rad.
That was awesome. Goofy as hell.
That was cool, and I wanted him to shoot him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just rubber band him.
I don't think he would have survived that, but
would have been funny.
Yeah,
I didn't care. I would kill his ass. I don't care. He's such a twerp in this movie.
I also think the baby Franklin stuff, bringing back the mom back to life, wasn't translated well. I didn't really get what was happening there.
That was so stupid.
Power
mommies, I guess.
I understand the kid
CGI baby.
The kid has cosmic abilities and is more powerful than any of them, but I didn't think that was done well.
Babies are similar to dogs. And when it comes to CGI, man. Do you know what I mean?
This is a point that Lucy said to me is Franklin a U.S. citizen?
Ooh.
That baby was born in outer space.
He was born in space. That's an excellent point.
I don't know if maybe there's a rule that if it's on a U.S. spacecraft, you're good. Mm-hmm. I don't know, though. That baby was born in space. People are getting mad at Superman.
No,
fuck that baby.
Fuck that baby, for real.
Give that baby to Galactus.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Question. What would you do and say if the first collaboration between Marvel and DC on the big screen, not on the big screen, it would be a TV show, would be a Rugrats spinoff with Baby Joey and this little Franklin twerp?
That's a funny idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Jack Jake in on it. It'll be like a brand synergy fucking nonsense.
I think if there was, I think the DC Marvel crossover would be like some stupid shit like Bat Wheels or like the Iron Man cartoon that my guy Mark Hoppus does the theme song for. Things like that, you know?
Okay.
It'd be like the show for babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do Deadpool. I mean, they wouldn't do like Batman and Wolverine like they do in the comics now.
I don't know.
Fucking
Maybe.
fan. Well, that's when in like 30 years when all this shit is nothing, they're gonna break that bad boy out.
Yeah.
And be like, and they get the last dorks to clean their pants.
Yeah. Well, DC's gonna run out of steam, and Marvel's gonna be like, finally, we've been waiting 15 years. You know.
Is Marvel closer to death than DC is right now?
I think DC's okay right now. They got the Batman too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like DC's looking a lot more promising right now than Marvel
DC is looking a lot more promising, and I discovered that 2 weeks ago. Actually, I could have told you that when James Gunn said his announcement. I was like, DC's probably in a better place right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends if Marvel's reboot works, which it probably won't, because that's going to alienate people. But if the X-Men stuff, if they pull it off, then we're maybe okay.
They're not going to pull it off.
Yeah.
If it is how it is now, they're going to be lifeless and like safe. And it's going to be so sad. Mm-hmm. Or maybe he realizes like we need to just rip off DC at this point and have like actually hire creators, have interesting. That's the pitch of it, is to have different tones.
Yeah, but I don't know if that'll. I don't like that might work from a quality standpoint, but I don't know if that would bring in box office numbers because people with Marvel are so attuned to have it being episodic. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
An Avengers movie has to bomb for that to happen.
Yeah, so I don't really know if that would work. Did you see that Feige's contract expires in 2 years? Did you
Get out of there, Feige.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's it doing for him now? I mean, unless he's like, I'm not going out on a low note. I need to be revered as God before I get out of here.
I mean, I don't think it matters if he goes out on a low note. He could quit. He could have quit after Captain America, and he still would be hailed. Yeah, I mean, that motherfucker made Endgame, so
he should have. He should have quit after Endgame, just like Sean Fantasy said.
Yeah,
that would have been such That would have been amazing. Let someone else fucking figure it out.
I don't know what he would do.
Well, they offered him stuff at Star Wars, and I'm sure they went to. I heard that they went to the DC went to him. Like, I don't know, do something different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Be just a producer, like, make other shit, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It can't be fulfilling anymore to him. Mm-hmm. It's got to be just like pure fear all the time.
You want to talk about a good Pedro Pascal movie?
Yeah, I do. I felt, man, I don't even know how we're gonna talk about this. So Eddington is the fourth film of.
This is the fourth film from auteur Ari Aster.
40 blaster is what I said, because what was yours? Ari Aster.
I just called him Astar.
Astar, much better. Yeah. So I had to do something similar, and our rankings are similar-ish. We just swapped Midsommar and Beau's Afraid.
Yeah, I think he's more of your guy than mine.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I love Beau's Afraid, and I love Hereditary, and I love this. I don't love Midsommar.
I don't love Midsommar either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love. Well, I love Hereditary, but I don't think it's scary.
Yeah.
I've never thought that movie's scary.
Really?
I don't really get why people are so. I don't know. It's just mom crawling on wall.
What? No, that's ridiculous. When I first saw that movie, that was very, very scary. I think it's just because it beats you down emotionally, and then you're just like, you surely can't be doing this to this family, and they keep continuing to do it. And the thing where she's in the background, and you can't see her till your eyes focus up, is like one of my top 10 things of all time. Like in movies, like I think about it all the time, and I'm like, that is the kind of like innovation with horror movies that I would be really interested in seeing and doing. Mm-hmm. And people don't really seem that interested in doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's usually just because like you have to be on the fringes to do that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I love that.
I don't know. I didn't find it. I've never found that movie scary. I just think it's really entertaining and all that. The head stuff is gross, but anyways, Did
your heart drop when the head hits the pole?
No, I'm online.
Oh, so I'm online. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, because I saw that just like on my little laptop in my little room, and like I didn't. It's just the cliche about like I didn't breathe.
Yeah. Have you seen the meme that's the girl like standing in the corner at a party? Like it's the standing in a corner at a party meme, right. And it's got the girl and it says nobody knows I'm allergic to nuts.
No, I haven't. That's a good meme.
Yeah. Hey, it is a good meme.
So this movie is his second blank check, I would say. And it's kind of incredible to not top, but be on the same level as Beau's Afraid of blank checkness, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe this is less of a blank check just because it's more accessible barely. Mm-hmm. Not barely. It's a lot more accessible than Beau's Afraid.
Yeah.
But it's so antagonistic, this movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know. People see it as antagonistic. Here's my pitch on it. I think it's cynicism so hard that it turns around and it's like one of the most profound acts of empathy that we've seen in movies in a long time. And I think people are so afraid to make fun of the right side, quote unquote. I mean the left side, but you know what I mean. But I think people are being stupid about that. I mean, I want to talk about your experience with this because it kind of disproves this. But I feel like this movie is coming to the table being like, you're watching an Ari Aster A24 movie about the pandemic. You're here. If you're not here and you're not aligned with my politics, I don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Like this is the most shallow net possible, and we're catching a bunch of liberals. And instead of fucking preaching to the choir or whatever, he's actually interrogating things that people might be uncomfortable with. And I think that's smart, and I think it's necessary, and I think it's like just interesting. Like I don't know if this is like this profound statement or whatever, but it is something that I found deeply rewarding and entertaining in a way that other movies don't do that for me. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I'm definitely not as high on it as you. I don't love the first 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. That to me, I guess inverse of Fantastic Four.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
You like it when it goes crazier.
I do. I just felt the first 30 minutes, and I can't tell you what scene where it like changes for me, and I start really getting into the movie. I just feel like I'm being kind of talked down to a little bit, and it's kind of annoying to me.
Okay.
Like there is a scene where the boy Brian is at a party at night in a field. It's COVID, so they're all separated and whatever. And he notices a girl's book, and he looks up the author, and he gives her a fact.
Yeah.
And it is the movie version of something our generation is guilty of being like, I read feminist literature. By the way, I'm 6'4".
Right.
And I find that annoying. I know what he's getting at, but it bothers me. Like I don't care. It's surface level to me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I hope the whole movie is not this, because I'm gonna be really annoyed at that it's just like that's all it is, and it ends up being a lot more than that. So
I felt like, because I've heard that a lot. This is a lot of the detractors say that it's surface level and like whatever, dude. I've seen this a lot, or whatever. I think this movie is interesting is that I feel like it is more observational than it seems, and I think it's cracking down on specific things within that. Like, I don't think that particular moment is to the level of I'm 6'4", feminist literature, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there is something super relatable about that kid, where he's looking up like basic facts or whatever in a way that, and it's not going over well.
yeah,
It's immediately being like passed on or whatever, and that side of it, like the stuff with the kids, I haven't really felt seen like that in a bit.
Yeah.
Like, it read me for filth in a way that I really appreciated. And both that character, Brian was his name?
Brian, and then his son, whose name is I don't know, I can't remember his son's name.
But I felt a lot of Brian, and I felt a lot of the main lady that was protesting. Those two guys, those two characters felt like different stages of where I was when I was growing up with it, like all this uprest or whatever, and like feeling different levels of performative, but also just like actually like scared and upset.
No, I mean, it's a great depiction of how people our age act, especially during that time.
Yeah, because like how do you feel? Well, I want to know what your biggest laugh of the movie was, and for mine, it is when our guy was, these kids, they keep saying like, by the way, I have no right to be saying this.
Yeah.
To the point where like the kid is like making a speech and he's like,
yeah.
And the way that they say it, they hit it so hard so often, but it felt less like easy jokes to me and more like this is I'm hitting this hard because I think this is like a profound, like strange hypocrisy of our time.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I find that stuff pretty funny as well. A lot of like, and I see this all the time when I open Instagram, it's just people on their stories like talking about something they have no place talking about, like they don't, or I mean, I don't know, they don't know what they're talking about, and I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Right. I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, is it someone that has 200 followers or whatever? Is it their job to raise awareness because of it? Because that's really all they can do at this point.
Okay,
or is that performative?
So the funniest parts that I think I laughed at, obviously the Katy Perry scene is objectively, I think, the funniest. Like, it's like slapsticky, you know?
It's just genius. Like, that's the first. That's the time where I levitated. I was like, this man is like, there's something about it.
I think, though, for me, there is a scene on an airplane, the Antifa plane, and it what does it zoom in on? Like his jacket?
Something like that.
Okay, so the camera it's like a dolly shot, and it's like zooming in on this dude's jacket.
They're all high artillery, like,
and he's like looking at
like the plane from The Incredibles,
looking at his phone and stuff like that, and so it zooms in and it goes to black, and the camera zooms back out, and the shot is of an iPhone, and it's Black Square Day in 2020.
Yeah,
and that to me was like, that was fucking crazy.
That was crazy.
Yeah, and that was probably, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really laugh. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really laugh throughout the whole movie, but I was like, holy hell. That's a swing right there.
It got 4 or 5 like out loud big guffaws for me.
I mean,
this movie.
I don't know. Do you want me to talk about my experience watching this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I sent Aiden a voice memo after I saw this movie yesterday. I went and saw it at a theater near our home.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah, near our home. There were 20 people there, roughly. Which is crazy. It's
a smaller theater too, right? I'd imagine, like the place of it.
Yeah, the room wasn't big.
Yes,
it is a popular theater, but the room was not big. And I did not expect 20 people to be there. I expected 3 or 4 people because this is an Ari Aster movie.
That was my experience.
This movie made $6 million last week.
Yeah.
So I was a little taken aback by that. A lot of old people, mostly old couples, very elderly, middle-aged, and I could tell some of them were definitely like a little right-leaning. Like, it just got that vibe. And I think there were about 4 people that left the movie early, at around the hour mark, I'm going to say.
Do you remember anything like specific to like what could have pushed them off, or just like the general like building of like this, like, fuck you?
Yeah, probably just the general building of it. I think, I mean, when I walked in and I saw how many people were there, I was like, people are going to walk out of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I know it in my heart. And it was a very vocal screening. People were gasping at a lot of scenes, and Pedro Pascal is shot and his son is shot.
I mean, I guess there too.
When the Native American police officer is shot, and people were laughing and gasping at the screen. Things were happening. It was very vocal, and I didn't expect that. So interesting. The other thing was I could hear people whispering in the movie. Mm-hmm. I could hear people who were calling the movie stupid.
Yeah.
And I could hear some people who were like really fucking with it and thought it was hilarious, the way that you and I probably do. And that was just really interesting, and I'll think about that a lot. Yeah. It's not my favorite screening I've ever been to of a movie, but it is certainly an interesting one.
I would pay a lot of money to be on that screening.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to
me.
I
paid $11.26.
So. I would love to know, like, every time someone gasped or whispered. Like, I just want to know every little minutia because I think that's so interesting. Yeah. And it's just, like, because, like I've said to you a couple times, like, one of my big animating things in media for me was of seeing BoJack Horseman, where they talk about how this female director is trying to get her story out there or whatever, and using that as leverage, and it talks about how she's going to be able to reach people like in like 5 theaters like on each coast or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think it's something that like broke me as a person because I was like, because at that point I was like, 8th grade is one of the more important movies coming out here, and it'll be so important for a lot of kids to see or whatever. And then that movie made me that scene made me realize like no one's fucking seeing that. The target audience is not seeing that film. This is a circle jerk of just people that see the same this kind of more intellectual stuff over and over again. So that's the ideal scenario. People are making movies to say something to people, to have a conversation, and usually it'll be something like my situation where we have other fucking dorks that look like they have seen Hereditary 20 times. Mm-hmm. And that's not where this movie can do its most damage. But, I mean, that's a little different than what I said earlier about, like, this movie actively is trying to investigate both the people that are here often and the people that are only here every once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's just... I'm sure, like, even Ari Aster would be like, I kind of wish I was at the screening. Because this is a Utah, Ogden, like, people that went in maybe because they liked it as a Western, like... They're advertising it as the first modern Western in some trailers, and just the cast and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe it'll speak to me. That stuff is interesting.
Yeah, I do wonder if people were there for Pedro or Emma Stone. I like Pedro in this movie a lot.
I like it too.
I have family that lives in New Mexico. Nowhere this small of a city. They fucking nailed that shit.
Yeah. I
was like, that is a New Mexico man, the way he looks, the way he walks and talks. They got that.
He's really good.
He is really good.
Everyone's really good in this movie, I thought. Like, I mean, you could have some qualms with some of the performances, but especially the ones that go bigger, like Austin Butler. What do you think about Austin Butler in this movie?
I don't really care for the Austin Butler, Emma Stone stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
That much. I don't know.
It's the least developed stuff.
It is the least developed stuff.
But it's also kind of intentional, I feel like. It's this kind of thing that's happening in the background that he feels like he has no control over. And it's the same thing of, like, the Antifa shit, which we need to talk about that Antifa shit.
Yeah.
Where it is kind of melding the line of, like, is this dude's psychosis? And it's kind of the funniest thing. Because Beau is Afraid is all about what's the funniest thing that could happen to this guy, this poor sack of shit right now. Mm-hmm. And this movie dabbles in that a little bit. And I think that's part of it. Is just this, like, Emma Stone as an enigma that doesn't talk. And it's just like this, like, is going to fall back into, like, depressive habits any moment. You kind of got to walk a little, like, on eggshells. But then he's a dumbass and is genuinely frustrated by himself, I think. And so, like, she's like a specter of fear for him, it felt like.
Yeah.
And the fact that all this stupid cult shit is happening on the background is kind of interesting. He has one scene with them, and then otherwise, like, they're just picking her up when he comes home, or he's just seeing little glimmers of it, or whatever. He sees the video of her talking about what he said and not talking to her. You know, it's interesting to me, but it's also the least effective part of the whole movie, I think.
Yeah, I've used this phrase a few times, but like first draft kind of.
Really?
To me. Yeah, just the Austin Butler stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That every time something like that was on screen, I was a little bored, and I shouldn't be bored by it.
Because it's going big.
Yeah. So I think that was the stuff that worked the least for me.
Mm-hmm.
Another part that I thought was funny, though, was when he got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had a feeling that would happen, that he would get COVID, but that shit is so funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think that character is so interesting. The Joe Cross character is like fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I love it because there's so many easy outs they could have with this character all the time. You could make it so uncomplicated in so many different ways. But the fact that they make him really sympathetic at the beginning and throughout, it's really fascinating. And the movie is like trying to ask you like how long you can stay sympathetic to him. That was one part. Like when I saw the movie, after the movie, I was like, I was like vibrating the whole time until the very, very end.
Yeah.
I really didn't get what he was saying, and I guess that's what he's saying, which is, do you still feel sympathetic to him? And that's the most Beau is Afraid stuff in the movie, is like, this guy is now paralyzed and is in a bed while his stepmom, his mother-in-law, fucks a man right next to him or whatever.
Yeah.
And he has to watch his wife pregnant with Austin Butler and his cult.
And Brian is TikTok famous now.
And Brian is TikTok MAGA famous.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was just confused because there was a lot in this movie where I wasn't in comedy mode and I was in no country mode. And
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the first-person shooter stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
video
even
game stuff.
And even like the drastic stuff, like when Pedro got shot, I was like, it kind of gave me the feeling of like, of the ending of No Country, like in a way that I really haven't felt outside of Coen's Brothers movie. Like that kind of like Life is Hell, like all of his, like Miller's Crossing, like the fucking No Country and Llewyn Davis and all that kind of stuff. Is just like life is kind of hopeless sometimes, and it'll just randomly just happen like that.
You missed Fargo.
I missed Fargo. You're right, Fargo, exactly. And this is a man who loves the Coens, and this is the most Coen-y movie I've seen in a bit. That's not Coen-y. What's up for debate for that? Like the most Coen-y non-Coen movie. Like what are some of those? Because for such a revered director, they seem kind of like of their own. Like that kind of tone is pretty much like is for them.
Yeah.
I thought about The Curse a lot watching this. Another Emma Stone project about New Mexico and the relationship with the native land and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really funny at the end. The stuff of like our land, that kind of stuff. Like the way that they treat the Native American population and the boundaries. I thought was really fun. I don't know. It just seems like the movie is so dense.
Yeah.
And it feels like the only way to talk about it is like I like that part or I didn't like that part and just keep going, you know? And I don't know if that's like doing anything, but it's kind of just how it's going. But I like that he was in control the whole time. I thought that was awesome. You just read him for filth, and this movie is only reading people for filth, as the kids like to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think some people think this movie is meaningless because it's not offering solutions to any of this?
No, I mean, it doesn't have to offer a solution to anything.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting to me because I feel like movies like this in the past could annoy me. Especially like if I saw this a couple years ago and I didn't know it was Ari Aster and I was still in that kind of bit of social justice, like fighting on the internet, like this kind of thing of like, why would you ever make fun of us?
Yeah. He actually does the exact opposite now. You don't want to run into Aiden on the internet.
I will fucking murder you, snowflakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finding like joy in that makes me feel weird. I mean, it wasn't like laughing at them, because this movie never felt like it's making fun of them directly. That's the thing with this movie, is that it never feels mean. It feels empathetic to everyone's, but it just is seeing through everyone, you know?
Yeah.
It's never judging Pedro Pascal for calling her a bitch behind her back, even though he is this like beacon of progressive hope.
Yeah.
And it never really is mad at Joe Cross for even fucking murdering people.
Yeah.
It's like this is a man who in his head has been in just this hell with his wife and his terrible like mother-in-law, spouting all this fucking nonsense, most of which he doesn't even buy, but just this feeling. And then when he's in the car and they have the cops like saying, "Where's your fucking mask?" or whatever. That is a genuine, like, you're entirely on his side. He's in the car alone. What do you want from him? but then that leads to him being more and more like into the behavior and like this terrible kind of attitude, fascistic stuff. Like I'm just gonna fucking kill him. I just need to have control. Like this, to me, this movie, like its thesis statement is like everyone is clawing for control always. When you're a kid, you're like, I feel useless in this world. I'm going to Google the one sentence that I need to be an activist now because everyone else is an activist, and I need to go to this protest and have an active stance and devote myself towards that because what else am I going to do right now? And it never is like those kids are stupid. Those kids, like especially the way that they treat the main lady of it. Like she seems like a great person, and if the movie finds her obnoxious, I didn't really see it. It's like I don't know. It's like looking back at old high school photos and being like, that's bless her heart, but that's probably not the way to go about it, or there's some hypocrisy or weird things in it. It's just such a weird movie to untangle.
It's very neutral.
It's very neutral, but it's not centrist.
It's not. It's kind of like it's not a documentary, but it feels like a fly on the wall kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not telling me how to like really think or feel about them. And I think it's hard to do that. I don't know. I think that's just how people are, you know? Like I think of my friend group and I'm like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't have done that or said that or whatever. But I'm like, no, you're still like a good person though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, not that any of my friends are Joaquin Phoenix out here, killing people or anything, but it's just everyone is everyone is two sides of a coin, you know?
Right.
And we're all fucked up a little bit, but we're all, I don't know.
So interesting because like if I have found myself wondering if I didn't know Ari Aster made this movie, would I be as rapturous about it as I am?
Yeah.
Would I be like, this is not what we need right now. We don't need to be punching at the people that are trying to make a difference or whatever. We don't need to be punching at the people that are, even if they're performative, on the right side of history. It's just especially now. It feels like that's a waste of time, especially when people are. You see the South Park episode?
I've heard about it. I don't watch South Park or anything.
Me neither. I tuned in. I just saw this one individually.
Family Guy for life.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we need all hands on deck fighting using fucking propaganda machines to be doing something towards our main thing, or do we just need to look inwards like this? Is there a spot for this movie among larger culture, or is it just for us freaks that can take it?
I don't know. I think most people will be kind of just annoyed. I don't think people want to come back to COVID. I know that people have made the argument that like, well, Vietnam movies came out right after Vietnam. That's different though. You know, people love to watch dudes get blown up.
Right.
Nobody
and
wants
the movie has dudes getting blown up.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Most movies not about Vietnam.
It's not about Vietnam.
This movie's about a lot of things.
But it's also really fun. Like it's funny and it's playing on the Western tropes in really fun ways. Love the duel shit. Like with the 6 feet or whatever, like using that as a tool for the duel and the different feuding. Like I really loved it as a Western. I think that's funny, and it's got really amazing action sequences.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could. I wish I could be there in the 60s or 70s to know how people felt about Vietnam movies in that moment. You know,
how do they feel about the fucking Watergate movies and shit?
Yeah, and I don't know, because just people ready to have movies about George Floyd? I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not.
Will they ever? I don't know. We live in a different time.
And is Ari Aster doing a Deadpool and saying like, I'm different. I can see the problem of like having a voice, like saying this as a white man or whatever, but that's fine because I know it's a problem. Like that kind of thinking is what gets me a lot for myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know. For some reason, I see him as above it, but also I'm worried like because I listened to his interview with Sean, Fantasy, our lovers. There are bits of it that I'm like, oh, I think you don't have the handle on the ball when you're actually just talking about it. Just there. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, that's not as tactful as I think the movie is. And that's what I think is great about the movie is that I think it's paced pretty perfectly for the most part. Like it's really interestingly paced and it's using it like to instill feelings and like claustrophobia or hopelessness and all that kind of stuff just in the structure, which makes me hard as a diamond when movies like are treating like structure like that.
Right.
I think all of the little things that it's saying and doing are well thought through on every side, because you can't not if you're making this movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it has a lot more power than what if Ari Aster just came out and spoke on all of his feelings on things. is kind of a unique thing of like it could only be a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be like a dense book or something like that, but the way that it's fun and explosive and kind of trashy and pulpy is part of its power. And I don't know, like I don't have this movie nailed down, and that's exciting to me.
Yeah. You want to talk about Materialists now?
Yeah. What did you think about Materialists, man? Sling Song's second movie, because Sling Song is your lady after Past Lives.
Yeah, Past Lives is my favorite movie of the decade. I've said that a couple of times on this podcast feed. I thought this was all right. You know, I gave it, I don't know, maybe a 7 out of 10 if I had to give it a rating. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. The performances are weird. It's an odd movie.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And I tend to think that people saying things that aren't subtle enough are stupid. That's just my movie palette. Is like, I feel like if you have a definitive take on something, you're allowed to just speak it, have your characters speak it, because people are stupid. And even in things like Eddington, Eddington is not a subtle movie, but people, the one time where they relinquish control of that a little bit with the Antifa stuff, people get really confused and really upset. And so there's something to it. It's just a tool to have someone say the thesis of the movie, or in the terms like Materialist is only hot people discussing the themes of the movie.
Yeah,
that's all it is. And I don't think that's necessarily bad. I think a lot of it is well written. I think it is kind of it's wooden, but I don't know. As a man that loves the Wachowskis or whatever, that's fine by me. And it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it sounds amazing. I love the score. I love how they mix the sounds. And I don't know if Pedro's great in it. I don't know if Dakota Johnson's great in it. I know Chris Evans is great in it.
Yeah.
But this movie really worked for me up until one point, and that is when they dropped the rape allegations.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird the movie never said rape.
Yeah, well, that's the stuff that's kind of weird for me as well. Is that part of the movie? I don't really get what she's trying to do there, and it feels very off. And it's weird that it brings the movie all together in the end. Them having to go to her house.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Because I felt it was fine even after the allegations dropped. Like when she's in her building and she's reckoning with like her entire career and talking to her boss about it.
Yeah.
And getting broken by it. Like I was like, this movie is up to this point all about what it feels like to do modern dating. And there's not really a lot of movies that try to tackle that because it's inherently uncinematic and it's disgusting. And so sexual assault is a big part of women's fears with dating. It always has been, and especially with like these kinds of blind date situations. It's something that if you were to ignore it would feel weird if you're trying to be real with everything else. So I was kind of with it until she confronts her in real life, and then the victim, she gets to talk Materialists to her, and that's when I felt the movie. I was like, you don't have the ball right now. You're slipping really hard. That's when the tone started to like self-destruct for me, and then I was just no longer like, I just know she was just not in control at that point.
This feels like a different movie.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know, because this movie isn't not rom-com-y. Like it just doesn't have like witty, like laugh out loud like writing, but it also is. It has the same structure and the kind of will they won't they of it all, and like it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird mixture of, it's a weird in between point of being pretty like following the formula and not to where I think it just really is upsetting to people because it's neither fish nor fowl in a way that's strange. But if she nailed the tone, like it would have been like an incredible achievement, I think. But she just doesn't quite get there. And I wonder how this movie will be looked at, like in, like if you are a person that was completely out of the marketing machine of this movie, and you're like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old or whatever, starting to think about the big world, and you're watching it on Netflix or whatever, just because you recognize the faces, and it's not being advertised as like a rom-com. I wonder if it could be like helpful or profound or anything to people in a way that it's not right now.
I think it'd be profound, especially the moment when Evans and Dakota Johnson go to the wedding. I think that if you're a younger person, that might really I don't know, that's an older person talking to you about what the next step of your life.
Yeah.
And that'll probably make you thinking about what your dating life is going to be like in the next 5 years.
And
not 5 years, more years than that. But
the way that movies did to me, like Before Sunrise or Her, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and it's never to that level or anything like that. But, maybe for the right person it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this tone is so specific that it will be some people's favorite movie,
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't mine, but I really did, fuck with it.
Yeah.
And even when it was lost, it was still, I was never mad at the movie.
I was never mad at the movie either.
What do you think of the height stuff?
It's odd, and it feels like it belongs in a different movie to me.
Is that in the serious movie, or is that in the silly movie? What do you think?
That's in the silly movie. That's not a real surgery. I don't know. That's a concept in a David Cronenberg movie.
Yeah, you're right. Which, that kind of fucks, though. The idea of a David Cronenberg movie made by a woman about how fucked up dating, the numbers of dating are, that sounds awesome.
Well, you just wait for Coralie Farge's next movie.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what that lady's up to. Hope she's having a good time with her money that she probably has now.
Is she going bigger, or do you think she's got to go bigger, right? But that seems like kind of a wrong move, a little bit. I don't know.
Stay the same.
Yeah.
Stay the same.
But who's ever done that, as a filmmaker? This, I mean,
I don't know,
some
probably
people,
somebody, but maybe not anybody recently, because of just how the system works now.
Yeah, I mean, who's our boy, the guy who did the Oceans, Steven Soderbergh?
Yeah.
He's kind of there. I mean, he got bigger with budgets in the 2000s, but then he settled pretty quickly after, the Solarises of the world. Mm-hmm. And then it's just I'm fine over here. I'm going to make my ghost movie. I don't give a fuck. If you give me whatever, you give me $10 million, $15 million, and I'm just going to do whatever I want. And
Sean
I'm fine
Baker is kind of like that.
Yeah. I wonder if he will try to go bigger or if he's not.
Yeah.
And I would kind of recommend not getting bigger. I don't know. Yeah. Daniels, well, I pray every day for those poor souls, the fucking Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine the mental toll that has on the person. Because they never thought they were making an Academy Award winner. You think they'd be prepped for that, Yeah. Now they have the fucking 3-picture deal with Universal, hundreds of millions of dollars. Christ, man! Now you're up there with Jordan Peele, and Spielberg with
being eyed for Star Wars. What do you do?
I don't know, man.
What do you do?
Is there anything else we need?
I don't really have a ton to say about Materialist. I saw it a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't really sat with me too much. I just think it's kind of messy a little bit. That's I don't know my issue with it, but I have 2 movies I wanna shout out. I think.
Copy.
Yeah.
I have. I did a catch up.
Yeah, you did.
A mass catch
I
up.
have 3 movies. I have 3 movies.
Cool. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Or should we go alternating?
I'll just do my 3 real quick.
Cool.
About a week ago, I watched Brick, the Rian Johnson film from 2006, 2005.
Something like that. JJL.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah.
It seems like your shit.
It is totally my shit, and I think that if I had seen this anywhere from the ages of 12 to 18, it would be my entire personality.
Sick.
And I would want to. That's what I would want to make. I would want to try and copy that to the best of my abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool movie, and I think as soon as if you can get past the fact that they're all high schoolers, it just rocks, man. And that's what a debut. What a debut.
And I mean, so you don't think them being in high schools is part of the appeal for you?
It is part of the appeal for me, but I imagine you might watch it. Not you, but somebody might watch this and be like, "Why the fuck are these high schoolers? Mm-hmm. Why aren't these people in their 40s? You know, they're dealing drugs and having issues and stuff like that only adults have."
Yeah.
Just rocks,
man. Really badass to do that, and not in a Bugsy Malone kind of way.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's a scene where all these the gang members are at a house, and this kid lives with his parents, and his mom is pouring one of them milk or something, milk and cookies type of shit.
It's really funny.
But it's not they don't make a joke out of it. It's just in the background, and so that's funny and yeah.
Where'd you watch it?
Oh, I got a DVD from the library.
Oh, look at you!
I get a lot of stuff from the library.
That's badass.
Yeah. It's one of the places to get movies is the library.
Yeah, man.
I watched Dressed to Kill, the Brian De Palma film from 1980. I've owned a copy of this for about a year. Thought I'd pop it in. Pretty good. That's what I gotta say about it.
Really interesting. It's not blowing your mind as a De Palma boy. It's a lesser De Palma for you.
I wouldn't say it's lesser De Palma, but it's not Blowout.
Yeah, copy.
It's not Blowout. Get that next year.
What do you think about the Untouchables? Have you seen Untouchables?
I do. I like Untouchables.
Yeah.
It's not Blowout though. Okay, so you know how you We were talking about your Speed Racer scale.
Yes.
That is me with Blowout.
Oh, how
So-
blowout are you?
Yeah, how much does this feel like Blowout?
Yeah.
So, that I don't know.
Where's Maxine on the scale?
I mean, Maxine does feel like Blowout
But in a bad way? Or like just in a performative way?
in a way that it has nothing else going for it.
Hmm.
It feels like a lot of his. It feels like Body Double. It feels like Dress to Kill. It feels like Blowout. Maxine. It should be my favorite, and it's my least favorite of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was cool. It's got Michael Caine. He plays a serial killer. This is definitely, you can feel psycho in this a lot.
Cool.
And you got.
I mean, he loves his bitch cock. How do you feel about, like, are there other filmmakers that are so indebted to, like, a past filmmaker, like is just like pretty unshy about being a riff? It's interesting.
I can think of certain
cool.
I can think of certain movies, but not directors that are like
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, or like I don't know. La La Land to me is a French New Wave movie.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but Babylon isn't. So
yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, yeah, no, this is good though. Not my favorite Brian De Palma by any means, but glad I own a copy of it. It's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
That's what I gotta say about it. It's pretty neat. There might be some gender politics that I don't know.
No way.
I don't know.
No way.
I don't know. So, and then I watched 12 Monkeys this morning.
Yeah, I need to get. I'm so jealous.
Terry Gilliam movie. Yeah, got that from the library as well.
Sick.
That's a cool movie too.
Do you like Gilliam?
He's alright. I like his Monty Python stuff. I think more than his like movies.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to call it that. Yeah. I like Time Bandits though. You seen Time Bandits?
No, I haven't.
I think you'd fuck with Time Bandits.
I think I'd fuck with a lot of Gilliam's shit.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really cool though. I thought Brad Pitt would be in this movie more. He's not.
Oh, really?
But he's given a cool performance. This is the era of Brad Pitt. He's young. He's not really famous yet. He has 7
Thelma
this year.
Louise type.
Yeah. He has 7 this year, but he's just down.
Yeah.
You bring him something and he's down to be weird. He would never do this now.
That's cool.
Anyways, yeah, this has, it's a Terry Gilliam movie. It's got great production design and it's weird and trippy and I don't know. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I have fun with it. Bruce Willis is good, so.
Yeah, that movie and the Catherine Bigelow movie, Perfect Dark. What is that movie called? Strange Days. Those are the two that I'm like.
I did think of those actually while I was, or I thought of that movie while I was watching this. I think they're kind of in conversation to some extent.
And both are like little treats that I'm saving for myself.
This movie though, is based off of the Chris Marker film La Jetée, I don't know, one of the most important short films, experimental films ever made. I've watched it in 3 classes.
I haven't watched it yet.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah, take a class with Ben, like a film intro class. You'll watch La Jetée, or a film history class, So it's based off of that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So like if you know, you know.
Badass, dude.
Fucking rad.
Well, I watched like 1, 2, 3, 4 like middling movies.
Yeah, I saw that.
Drop, bad. This guy made Happy Death Day and stuff. It's just like bad. It's just not. It's not funny enough. It's not scary enough. It's just kind of obnoxious. Yeah, man. Blumhouse. What are you up to?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Blumhouse is up to.
Weirdos. Death of a Unicorn. I thought it kind of blowed.
Yeah, it's not great.
Eyebrows is amazing in it.
It holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, because you saw it at your TIFF. Not TIFF. Your South by
Southwest, and it's the biggest movie premiere I've ever been to. So. Yeah,
and I mean, I just think Paul Rudd's miscast. It's really interesting to see him try to work with it.
Will Poulter is great though.
He's amazing. He's
so funny.
He should be nominated for best supporting actor. He's incredible in this movie. Jenna Ortega was fine. Yeah. Richard E. Grant is kind of off in this movie. The comedic energy. I can see this script being directed better and being like a star or 2 higher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those unicorns look like shit though.
They really do. It's just the way that they direct the visual effects as well as the tone of it. You could see lines that would work in a script that just fall flat just because of a kind of poor direction. Yeah. You know who produces this? Executive produces this?
No.
Ari Aster.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just heard about the square peg stuff from Eddington, and then I saw that logo at the beginning of this.
Do not think he was at the premiere.
Yeah, it feels like wasn't super involved in this, and that was kind of something that was good about his interview. That's interesting. He's like, yeah, I'm not. Different levels.
If you want to hear, I think I probably talked about this in our South by Southwest episode from 3 or 4 months ago, but Paul Rudd, when they did the interview after the movie, was so stoked about the unicorns. He was like, We used a lot of practical stuff, puppets.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe that stuff at night. Maybe.
Maybe.
That's where the unicorns look best, is at night.
Yeah.
Because it's, you can get away with that kind of when it's dark.
The balls you had to do it in the day, though, on that budget.
Yeah. I didn't really understand what he meant by that.
It's interesting. I wonder if it was something where, like the Thing remake, where they CGI'd over the puppets.
Maybe.
In some places.
Yeah, maybe. But I do think, though, say what you will about this movie, the best piece of A24 merch came out of this movie.
What was that?
It is the, you can buy the unicorn horn.
Sick.
But it doesn't look like that.
It looks like maybe a dildo, perhaps.
It does.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
That man. I would like, it's so crazy that we have, because of this whole A24 complex or whatever, we have like little bobbleheads of Eddington, and these kinds of merch for movies that would never get merch. It's kind of sweet.
It's dystopian.
It's dystopian, but to the point, like, I don't know, it's bizarre. Like, what if these kinds of movies had merch back in the day, little toys for dorks? I don't know. I watched Until Dawn. It's just barely got on Netflix. Drop just barely got on Peacock. Death and Unicorn just barely got on Max. Until Dawn is interesting to me. Mm-hmm. It's by David F. Sandberg. He did Lights Out and Shazam and Annabelle, the best Annabelle movie. I really love how he shoots this. It's really lush and colorful, and the pitch. It just seems like there were a couple times where I was like, oh, if this is what this movie's doing, I'm so fucking in. Mm-hmm. And it only like half does it usually. Like the pitch of it, because I thought what they were doing in a good chunk of it was just like every 20 minutes we're in a different horror movie, filmmaking wise as well. And I thought that was interesting. Like if you had 20 minutes of a possession movie and 20 minutes of a like Michael Myers slasher movie and 20 minutes of whatever the fuck, witch movie.
This is based off a video game, right?
Yes,
have you played it?
No, but I know that they completely disregard the like how it works. Apparently, because this movie is a time loop movie.
Yeah.
And every time loop, they're surviving a different thing. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the video game is one of the few that doesn't do that. If you die, you die, I think. Or, like, there's no loop in the game. Mm-hmm. Strange. But I think it worked almost as a concept. The ending, they have an architect scene from The Matrix where, like, the bad guy, like, explains what everything is. And I thought it was, like, disastrous. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of times where a movie, I'm like, I'm fucking with it, and then they feel like they have to be something bigger than they are, and claw for meaning, like I said in my review. And that's just always a bummer feeling, because if they just were fun and were leaning into that and were okay with being trashy, then you have a reputation and you might last in culture. But the fact that they're trying to make Until Dawn and the I Know What You Did Last Summer movie about something,
yeah,
it just reeks of like desperation, and it's a kind of a disservice to the material too. Like if you are going to do that, you have to make the whole movie about that, and you have to like devote all the visuals and all that kind of stuff to that. I don't know. So I Know What You Did Last Summer is pretty fucking funny. It's by the lady that did that Do Revenge movie. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and so it's in the parlance of her times. Every other line is some sort of a verbal something from our times.
She's a writer on Thor: Love and Thunder. Did you know that?
I could tell.
I just looked.
I didn't know that, but that's...
Can I give you a quick anecdote about Do Revenge?
Yeah.
I know people who will like die for this movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's trash. I don't think it's very good. But I know people, when the 2023 Oscars happened, they were like, "Where's Do Revenge?"
Really?
Yeah, like I'm being completely serious. Like people,
so, like people like within your life or online.
A couple people in my life and a couple people online were like, "Where's Do Revenge?"
Interesting.
I'm like, I guess this will mean something to people down the line, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
There were people who were like, this is it. This is the one.
I think it's got some juice in it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like movies that... there's room in our culture for movies that use TikTok language. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, especially when we're making teen slashers, like, maybe that's the evolution of something like Scream was.
Yeah.
I don't think she pulls it off in either of them, but there are times where I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I Know What You Did Last Summer is a movie about hot people getting killed by a cool looking bad guy with a hook. And there aren't a lot of movies like that anymore, even though we're so dominated by horror.
So let me ask you this: are the kills gnarly?
Some of them.
Some of them?
Some of them are, you could tell this is kind of a comedy director making it, mm-hmm. but some of them are genuinely like, they're trying here.
Okay.
There are some times where I'm like, if you're gonna make a movie where the guy has a hook hand, that's all he's got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to be a little bit gnarlier with it. There's one part where he puts the hook like between like at the 2 points of the neck, and I was like, rip that shit out. You know, they don't. But there are some gnarly stuff in. There's some gnarly stuff in it, and the movie looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And some of the actors are pretty fun in it. It is one of the most catastrophic miscalculations to make this like a Lego sequel. It just does not have the foundation for it, and it borderline doesn't make sense when they're trying to implement that stuff. But there's some choices in it I really liked, and it ends, the final line, spoiler alert, is like, no, this would happen if men went to therapy. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I laughed, and I don't even know if the movie's like in on it. I don't think the movie's making fun of these people, which is kind of what's refreshing about it.
Yeah.
In her movies, it's not like what's the one that the kids love nowadays? The Bodies or whatever.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. There's something charming about it. That's all I got.
But there's a movie from 1984 called The Mutilator.
Okay.
That is a guy with a hook, and he's killing. I don't think they're teenagers, but they're young adults.
All right, adding this to my list.
And it is pretty gnarly. And I'm looking at this director's name, right? His name, Buddy Cooper.
You're my buddy, Cooper.
Yeah, man, that's wild. And all this guy has done is made The Mutilator and The Mutilator 2.
Oh,
anyways,
sick.
Yeah, and you know it does what it needs to do, I guess, as a slasher. But
it's the exact same kind of hook.
It is.
It doesn't have the handle, but that's interesting.
Yeah, and so I was just curious if this movie would be on par with the Mutilator.
It's got a couple things, but not all of it, and there's a lot of action in this movie. This movie fucks up what the only thing that I Know What You Did Last Summer has, which is the vibes, like that kind of 4th of July and on the coast kind of vibes, and the movie doesn't do enough of that. It has some of it, but it rushes really quickly, and it's one of those movies that's longer than the original, but feels like it takes a lot less time to sink in stuff. I don't know.
Okay, wait. All right, I'm looking at The Mutilator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what year this movie came out?
2023.
What? Why did he make this movie 40 years later? It's the same director.
That's his legacy. He came back.
I'm so confused.
Where did it happen? It doesn't have enough ratings to.
It doesn't. Only 195 people have seen it. Is this movie even real? Is The Mutilator 2 real? And if it is, I need to see it. Please, Buddy Cooper.
The reviews say
Buddy Cooper,
epic schlock. Exactly what I dreamed of and more. The deaths were awesome. Do you remember those 6-hour Channel Awesome specials? This was much shorter, but it's similar. Like, this actually sounds sick. Maybe we should throw this one on, man.
Oh shit. Buddy Cooper, come on. We got names that are similar. And that's what people call me sometimes. So
it's a weird poster for Mutilator 2.
It is.
I don't really get what's happening here.
It looks like she's like gonna be dragged away. Anyways, that's the Mutilator. Shout out the Mutilator.
Has Mutilator Hero of the Wasteland Episode 2 Underworld. I don't know what that is. The Mutilator Watch Along Live with the cast and crew. Maybe this has a really small group of fans that's like smaller than we can even see. But like die hard. Maybe we need to get into this, man. Maybe I'll watch The Mutilator and then we'll watch Mutilator 2 together. What do you think?
Yeah. It might be on Shudder. I don't know. I had a Shudder subscription when I watched it, so I don't know if I saw it there or if I saw it on Arrow Video's streaming service when I had that.
I didn't know they had one.
They do. That kind of sucks. Doesn't work too well, but they got some cool movies on there.
I would like that to work well.
That's where I saw
cool.
Chopping Mall.
Sick.
Yeah.
And Chopping Mall is great.
Mm-hmm.
That movie rocks.
I got a new segment I want to. Oh shit.
What?
I had something I want to say about Eddington.
Oh yeah. I have like so much to say. I'm gonna miss a lot.
This is a silly thing though. Ma is in this movie. Did you see Ma?
No.
Okay, so this movie takes place in 2020, right? Ma comes out.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. She's a meme, right?
She's a meme.
I completely forgot. How did I not clock that? And I was like, we got to talk about this immediately.
Yeah.
I should have like dropped you a teaser and been like, someone's waiting for you in the movie, you know?
Anyways, that is my Ma movie of the week. That is a movie that if I could put Ma in a movie, it'd be that one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. That is a big W for this show.
Mm-hmm.
And for Ma fans everywhere.
Yeah, it is. Ma 2. I think maybe this is MCUing us and it's setting up Ma 2.
Oh man. Ma 2 is in Eddington land?
Could be.
What do you think his sequel would be? Because he said that he might make us like a spiritual sequel with characters in it. Like
probably just the Austin Butler stuff then.
Oh.
I don't know who else it would be.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah.
That'd be a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that? So where do you land on the Antifa stuff? What's your read on that in the movie?
I don't really know. That's the part that I think I trip up the most about.
Because I I've seen it. I see it as a crisis actor thing, but also simultaneously like a almost supernatural kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't view it as actually Antifa, and I don't view it as something that's like entirely in his head or whatever. It is when the movie is the most like up to you, and I think that is a bold thing to be up to you about, because people are like, the movie is, if you think that that's Antifa actually, then you think that he thinks that Antifa is coming in and slaughtering like a good chunk of people, you know, and in the Black Ops way. But I think that's kind of silly, because Antifa like is not that like when you see them in the plane and they're that like heavily armed and they're in like such a cushy place, like I think that immediately was like, well, that can't be, like, is either like I've seen some people say it's like it is just a joke on Joe Cross in the way like the trial is a joke on Bo, and Bo is afraid.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this is your worst fears, and look how stupid those worst fears are if they actually came to existence. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
I really want to watch it again. I want to watch it again with like two of my friends in particular, because we had a conversation about just everything in the world, and I think this movie is a good, and like I would love to hear what other people have to say about it. You know?
Gotta find a screening of 20 people.
I would love to, man.
Anyways, a new segment that I wanted to put on the pod is the physical media update. I had this idea a while ago, but I don't really buy Blu-rays that often. I buy records, I think, more than I do Blu-rays at this point.
Cool.
But the Criterion sale happened, so I had to go spend a couple dollars.
Is it still out? Is it still
No, it actually ended today.
Copy.
Yeah, sorry.
I haven't been buying a lot of Blu-rays because I'm just like, I have other things to buy, and it's made me kind of sad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have mine here with me.
Yeah.
In the castle.
We've got 3 Blu-rays each, but
Yes,
mine are
we do.
not fancy.
I bought a Nora.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of it.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of it. Won Best Picture. Maybe you've heard of it. And then I got Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio.
No.
Just kidding. It's Guillermo del
run that
Toro's
back.
Pinocchio, the stop-motion film from a couple of years ago about fascism.
What's your rating on that, if you had to give it a rating?
I think I have it at like an 8 out of 10.
Cool.
On Letterboxd, I think.
I'm like 7. I think there's a 7 that maybe that just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really look that hard when I went to the Barnes & Noble. I just kind of grabbed 3 things I knew and I purchased them.
Yeah.
I'm also not one of those people that goes and spends $500 on Blu-rays. I'm sorry, I don't spend money like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't gamble.
Especially because, well, no, you do your last one, and then I'll say.
I bought In the Heat of the Night, which is I believe a movie from the late 60s.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Cool.
Very good.
I need to watch it.
Green Book.
Cool.
It's inspired by that movie.
Well, Green Book's one of the great films, so that must be pretty great. So when I I went to Entertain Mart, your home.
Oh God, which one?
Leighton Mall. So it was it was after I saw I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe about going back and seeing Smurfs.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. So when I go to places like this or Grey Whale or whatever, places that are mass used media, I don't really feel the need to buy things like Criterion movies, because they're always kind of at that price range. If they're really good price, I'll buy them. But like, I don't feel the need to at this point, in the way that I used to be at a point where I was like, I'm buying all of my movies that come out, like new movies that I'm like, that's in the canon, you know. Like I would have bought Mickey 17 by now, I like that kind of stuff. I would have been pre-ordering Sinners, but it's at a point where I'm like, if there's not anything special about it, I'll wait, because those kinds of movies are going to be there forever. Yeah. So when I'm buying something, I'm like, it's either like I'm cracking because it's been so long since I like wanted this movie, and I need to add it to my library, my beautiful library, my influential library, or it's just like, oh fuck, this is like a nice slipcover and it's at a good price. Like, it seems like it would be silly for me not to buy it, because I'll buy it at some point. So. Like, I got 12 Years a Slave, $5, slipcover. It'll look nice on my shelf. Good. And I really just recently loved that movie a lot. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, I like that spine, man. I like that spine. I think it'll look good amongst others. And
it's the 40th anniversary edition that he bought.
Yes.
Yes.
And I need to have Rocky Horror. Like, that's just something I need to have. And then The Faculty is like a fun one where I'm like, there's like a 0% chance I don't fuck with this movie. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah.
And just one time I'm just gonna pop it on and watch it in my room or whatever, and that's gonna be a great time. And it was like $10, and this is kind of like it's not a movie you see everywhere, so I don't know. That was my thought process with them, you know?
Yeah. I miss. You got 12 Years a Slave for $5.
Yeah, man.
I miss that. That's what I miss about that place, man.
Me too.
Their used stuff was generally reasonable, and at
Sometimes
a discount.
it's not, but
obviously at a
usually they
discount.
are.
But man, I do miss that. I was buying movies every time I went to work.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Gray Whale's similar in pricing.
Yeah. Their new stuff is way more expensive than Entertainment Arts.
Well, I don't know. The new stuff in Entertainment Arts is pretty ridiculous too.
I don't know. Maybe their prices have gone up. I haven't worked.
But not.
there in
Yeah, you're
3
right.
years,
You're right. Not as bad.
When I worked there, new Criterions were $25.99. New releases were $25.99. Yeah.
Nah, they're like $30, $40.
Okay. Yeah, I know 4Ks were getting up there, but if you bought a Blu-ray, it was generally $25.99 there. So
they stick to that price point for a while though. Like movies that came out within like the last 2 years, they don't drop until it's like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, I mean I know their system, so.
All right. Well, this new segment's gonna make me buy more shit, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
We'll be back to talk about whatever.
Get me out, bro. Well, we're gonna be because this weekend is Naked Gun and what's the other movie that's coming out?
Weapons.
Not true.
No.
That's September, dude.
I would be Weapons is August 8th.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Mm-hmm.
I swore it was September. September is one battle after another. Was what? August 8th?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's about a week away. About a week and a half away.
Hello. Okay. I'm gonna look at my AMC Theaters app.
Together is this week.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna have a big conversation about Together because that's one of your favorite movies of the year.
It is.
So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Naked Gun. Those are two exciting movies for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for the Naked Gun. I hope that movie absolutely fucks.
Yeah, I hope it does well. I don't think it's going to.
It's PG-13. You know that?
I did not know that.
It just got rated. That's kind of interesting.
Hmm.
I don't think Akiva Schaffer's ever made a PG-13 movie because he's made Alvin and the Chipmunks. Not the Alvin and Chipmunks, the Chip and Dale, but that was PG, and that's like his own thing. It's playing with IP. I think this is his too, but I never knew that all the Naked Gun movies were PG-13 or
I've
PG.
only seen the first one.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like Airplane more.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, comedy is a big blind spot for me, especially going back. So I need to catch up.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if that movie resonates with people our age. I don't think
I like Top Secret though. Top Secret's sick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Top Secret.
It's
and
the
Airplane.
Val Kilmer one, right?
Mm-hmm. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
I just got like really great like physical gags. Like they just built something for like a stupid little 1 second joke, which the Naked Gun, the new one, seems like it's doing a lot.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Get out of the castle.
Get out of the fucking castle.